All right, I'm in. All right, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday night Principal Chiro broadcast. Of course, brought to you by DE and Band of Brothers. I should have shaved, sorry. But we got a great night tonight, obviously, if you know who's on. But a few notes before then, some announcements. Next week, Caleb Scroggins from Savannah opened his practice a couple of years ago and is just kicking butt. Almost entirely maternity, mothers and kids, pediatric practice down in Savannah. So make sure you're on for him. Really, really cool guy. And then June 17th, I think it is, right? No, June 27th. June 27th is our intensive. All right, we're doing a live, just like we did the last one, the intensive last time. There's a summer intensive live, June 27th on Saturday, pretty much all day long. Go to Life DE. You can register there. They just Katrina just put up yep, there it is. So lifede.com, 9 a.m. to 6:30. There'll be a break in the middle, and we'll do an intensive all day that day. It'll be kick ass. And then we've got 4th of July, and 4th of July happens to be on Saturday night. So Saturday Night Live. Wow, you're doing great, Katrina. Thank you. 7 p.m. We're doing some throwback Dr. Sid audio. So I don't think it's video. I think it's audio. So make sure you're there for that. And then we will do our summer DE back at in Marietta, live, hugging, all together, no masks, just freaking rocking it. So make sure you go ahead and register for that. Get your hotel room. Look also, I think Judson did a promo for it, and it's on our YouTube channel, Dynamic Essentials. Also, this morning I did a podcast with Judson. He's awesome, man. So that was a whole lot of fun. I can't speak tonight. Be on the lookout for that. So before I ruin anything else here, let's bring up our speaker. Anybody who's been around for a while, I grew up in DE with her there. She comes from a chiropractic family with tons of chiropractors in the family, and one of the greatest lovers we know from Florida, Dr. Paula Hedglon. Take it away, young lady. Love you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Wow. Thank you, Brian. It's good to see you. I loved where you were. And thank you, Kat and Lee. What an honor. I'm so honored to be on tonight. What a joy. I mean, this is I'm really honored, especially this week. And a lot of the pictures you saw is because I'm going to dedicate all this to the fathers, not only our God the Father, but my real father and my fathers in chiropractic. That is amazing. So that's what this week's all about. And I'm going to give a shout out to Tim Warner. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, Tim. I know you're probably not there. You're probably partying right now with Anna, and you should. So I love you and appreciate you. But I also am very, very blessed. I feel very blessed. DE is not just a seminar. DE is a movement. But many, many years ago, if I go back really far, I wasn't coming to DE for a while. And my brother, who's also a father and like a father image to me, told me I need to go back to DE. So when I went back to DE, I came and I sat in the front row and I just cried and cried, but I mostly cried when I heard Dr. Sigafus speaking. It was so passionate. He just opened my heart, and I just kept crying and crying. I didn't even know why I was crying. All I knew is I loved the principle. I loved the life. I loved what he said. And this is what I felt and I had. And I was really alone in chiropractic. Even though I had chiropractors in the family, I felt alone. I felt like I was trying too hard, doing everything, controlling everything, and just doing it all right. But he just opened me up to all that. And I remember when we stopped crying after he spoke, he came up to me and he said, "I know why you're crying." And he said, that's because I'm so beautiful. And we laughed. And I said, no, it's because you opened my heart. But he says, no, it's because I'm beautiful. And that's how he thought. And that's how he would say what he thought and say everything what he thinks. And he didn't hold it back. Well, you know what? Tonight, I'm just going to open my heart. And I'm going to say certain things that I'm not going to hold it back. Like I say I do, I don't. I didn't have it all together. Nobody does. We're not perfect. No, none of us are perfect. So when you come to DE, and if you're still going to DE, like I'm still going to DE, you will find that person to connect with. You will find, we learned from Dr. Sid was such a visionary person. I mean, Dr. BJ, where would we be without Dr. BJ Palmer? Where would we be without Dr. Sid Williams? He was such a visionary. He spoke with authority. He was a leader. He changed our mindset. He taught us how to communicate. And basically, he really, really was so charismatic. And it was like, you knew why all these chiropractors became successful, because that's all he had in his mind. His mindset was totally on success, on being who you are, being authentic. And he made a big difference in so many, I'm not going to say thousands, I'm going to say 1 million chiropractors for the principle of life, because nothing is bigger in life. But here's something that I want to tell you. When he used to speak, he'd be like a movie star. Everybody would follow him out the door. So he'd have a swarm of people all the way around him. We couldn't get to him. But the one thing that I really remember, and this is the missing link, and I'm really going to speak my heart on this. I did not realize this till the other day. And I said, when I first went to DE, what was different than now? And I love DE now, and I'm going to get to that. Dr. Nell Williams, who is the wife of Dr. Sid, she used to be in the background, but when everybody followed Dr. Sid, she would come to me and she'd pull me aside and she would say, Paula, how is your practice? Tell me what's going on. Just her and I. And those of you, maybe Liz and Judy and Kaufman and Nicole, they know how she was. And she would say, tell me about your family. Tell me about at home. Tell me about what's going on. And she knew that some of my family did not come to DE at this time. And she said, tell them I love them. Tell them I would love to see them at DE, but I understand. But I do love them. She cared about people whether they were at DE or not. She cared about us women, not just the chiropractic CAs where you have the CA class. She cared about the women DCs, and she really took an effort to care about us and to ask us. And she would even invite us to the room. But here's my thing. I want to inspire you and help you, because if you have some struggles, let's suppose you're a female chiropractor, and I'm going to get to this. It doesn't matter if you're female or male. Let's suppose you have some struggles. Let's suppose you are not, or you're in a practice and you don't have your spouse. Let's suppose you're at home or you don't have a partner and you need some kind of support and you need some kind of guidance and you want to just tell somebody, share it with somebody. Come to DE, share it with us, seek us out. I want to be that for you. Don't dump your problems on me, but let's just share and let's have joy in this beautiful thing of the principle of chiropractic. Nothing is bigger than life. And let's gather it now. What are you going to wait for? You can't wait until it's too late. TNT, today, not tomorrow. So she used to be like that and write people's names. And I'm going to tell every female chiropractor out there, if you're having some kind of struggles, please come to me or anybody. There's Mindy, there's Liz, there's Marilyn, there's all sorts of people. Tony Ann, they're out there that can help you. And Peter, all of us, all the leaders. We have great leaders right now. But let me tell you one more thing. The other father I figure in chiropractic to me was Dr. Santa. Dr. Santa, his intention of chiropractic and the principle of chiropractic, it just oozed out of him, and it oozed right into you, and it was like, woof, like a brick hit you right through you, and you just followed that, and you were strong, and you were certain, and you were positive, and you knew that this was the right thing to do. You knew that we had to make a difference in chiropractic. We had to make a difference for mankind, that we had to make a difference, and that he instilled that in us. And he's been a father figure for so many. Just like Steve, just like Brian, just like Dan, just like Dr. Dee. Oh my gosh, you want to talk about the humble servant, the father he is. Dr. Dee Umber is like the man right now, the humble servant. He's just going, 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 going. And if you just watch him and watch what he does at DE in all these years, I hope that you have the same blessings that he has given us, because he is a blessing and we are all blessings. And every single one of us has that love inside of us that needs to express out, has that giving, loving, serving heart. And every single one of us has all of that inside of us. You just have to express it. And that's why you come to DE. Now, if you think you have it all together, and I know Mindy used to say this all the time, you should say, what is in it for me? If you think you have it all together, why don't you come to DE and start giving more? Give for the sake of giving. Love for the sake of loving. Serve for the sake of serving. You know, I cannot be where I am today if it wasn't for my husband. I'll tell you that right now, because he is such a supporter, and I mean it. He is such a supporter in what I do, in my life, in my passion, in going to DE. He's right there with me, and you'll see. If you don't have somebody, just come to DE and be that one, because I'm going to tell you something else. The other person that is in my life that I am so blessed and thankful is Marilyn. We talk every day. We say a prayer today. We got adjusted with each other. Dr. Marilyn Shore, she has like been my little angel. I have to say that because I hope that I want you to come to DE and find that person that you connect with spiritually, mentally, physically, because we can't do this alone. In fact, since DE is a movement, we're not going to change the world by one of us. I know a lot of people say they can, but if we're a movement and we go together, you're not going to fight upstream. We're going to stay in the same stream. And when you have a stream, it's going to be moving. We're going to move mountains. That's how it is. But you can't move mountains if you're fearful, if you have these struggles, if you're holding stuff back, and you're letting the outside world affect you. You know, Dr. Sigifus used to say, in the world, but not of the world. We need to stay together. We need to start spreading the word. We need to communicate better. We need to tell our people in the practice where healing really comes from, life, where it comes from, above, down, inside out. We need to start changing people's lives mentally, physically, and spiritually. And therefore, when you look at the person, and I don't care if it's a student, if it's a teacher, if it's in your family, if it's a patient, you look at them in the eyes and you see the child of God and you see the love in them. And you say, I love and appreciate you. Not words. You have to really mean it. You have to be that guiding light. You have to be that anchor. You have to be that person that they look for love. Because that's what the world is missing now. Besides not talking about God and all this fear, it's about love. We want love is bigger than life, is greater than life. We have a sign that says nothing is bigger than life. Well, nothing's greater than love. In fact, I have a little plate here, which I didn't know I was going to hold up, but it says all you need is love, that I got from Tracy Amlinger. And I got this from Laura in Canada. She made me a thing of love. You know, love is so important, and they can feel it. They know when you are really saying words or you really mean it. So I can't wait for August 13th when we get together so we can hug each other, we can cry, we can laugh, we can love each other, and we can be in everybody's presence. See, you don't know what you miss until it's not there. I didn't realize how important that was when Dr. Nellie used to pull me aside until we didn't have it anymore. I didn't know that, you know, every person that comes into your office, in a blink of the eye, they may move, they may not be there. So what kind of adjustment and how are you going to be with that one person? So you see, if every person, I'm going to challenge all of us, including me, every person in front of you, the most important person is the one in front of you. And that could be, and that most 100% present time consciousness with them. And what you can do is really, really appreciate them, because I'm going to give you another story that just happened. I have been, oh my gosh, these a husband and wife, Joanne and Richard, and they have been friends of mine, not friends, acquaintances really, but friends too, for over 40 years. That was before I was a chiropractor. Went on cruise together. They came in as patients. They've been coming in as patients since the day I opened. She has gone through a long battle because her husband broke his hip, and when he had hip surgery, he got dementia. And it's been a long battle, long, long, long battle. Very funny, very witty. And the other day, I knew it was coming. I just knew it was coming. And I prayed for him because he got hospice, and I knew it was coming. And I prayed and prayed and prayed because she called me up at 9:30 at night. And this is what your people are going to do. They're going to look to you for just to listen. And he called me up at 9:30 at night and said, you know, Richard has been fidgety all night. Please, would you pray? Would you pray? I said, do you want me to come over and just touch his neck and see? And she says, no, just pray. He needs to let go. So that night I prayed a lot, and I sent him some loving thoughts and energies. And this is where I'm getting at. Your thoughts are important because they will travel. What you are thinking about, your energy, your thought, and the positive thoughts that you do can reach many people. So what happened is that next day he woke up and he said, Dr. Paula said, stop being fidgety. I wasn't there. And he said that, but that's what we were talking about. The next day he passed away. So that was Saturday, he passed away. And, you know, you don't know when it's our time. You don't know what's going to happen the next day, but have the faith and keep the faith. We're going to keep praying for Jamie. We're going to keep praying for Denise Dobbs, the Dobbs family. We're going to keep praying for the Zooks. We're going to keep praying for all of them, but we're also going to love them, and we're going to send them those thoughts. But you know what? With chiropractic, it's not just the physical adjustment. It's the emotional and the mental and the spiritual adjustment too. So I'm going to be saying to you, what can we do better to help people, and what can we do better to bring DE to a higher vibration, and what can we do better to in our home life? I mean, you have to remember, this is not just chiropractic. This DE is a movement. It changes your life. It's not just for your practice. We have people in the schools that, what would the school be like if there were no students? What would DE be like if there were no people there? You're all there. You are DE. What would our office be like if you had a beautiful office, big building, beautiful office, but there were no patients? What would that be like? So that's not what makes it. What makes it are the people, and we're doing this for the people. So my strength comes from within, but it wasn't like that in the beginning. My strength, I know now, has come from going to years and years and years of DE. It will help you be authentic by looking inside yourself, clearing yourself out, letting out the love, giving, loving, serving, doing, and just be around like-minded people. Like-minded people for a higher vibration. Thank you, Jessica. A higher vibration, yes. And we're all there, and there's so many people. You're all blessed, and you're all gifted. And you all are the greatest chiropractor. And nobody else can tell you that. That is something that you have done, that you've earned, and that God has given you that direction. We have so much love at DE. And I know there's some people struggling out there. There's some people saying, oh, I haven't been open. I shouldn't be coming. That's when you should come. Oh, I just don't know. I don't want to fly. No, have the faith and come, because when you get there, you're going to be free. You're going to be open in your heart, and you'll be free, and you'll be understanding why we have to be as passionate as we are, and why we have to continue doing what we do. Don't ever quit, because even if you're not practicing, you're still a chiropractor. Even if you're not in the office and you're in administration, we still need you. We still need every single one of us to be together. Every single one. And welcome everybody back. You know, you can't be thinking about the ones that are not there. It's like in your practice, you can't be thinking about the people that are not there. Look at the person in front of you. That's the most important person that's right there. That's the one you're going to connect with. That's the one you're going to love. That's the one you're going to look in their eyes and say, I love and appreciate you. Thank you for being my patient. Thank you for letting me be your chiropractor. Thank you for having me on this video call tonight. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Katrine. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Drew. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Dr. Didi, for the leaders that you are. And I hope that somewhere in this missing link, there's some women's touch of people, so we can help them be and not have fear of going out on their own, being the best chiropractor, or whether they have a spouse, no partner. I want you to have that strength from inside because we're spiritually strong. And that's what Dr. Sid taught us. And that's what DE teaches you. So I can't wait. I cannot wait for August 13th so we can hug, laugh, cry, be together. You know, it's sad. I had to tell you that story about Richard because I miss him now. He was the funniest and he used to give me a hard time and I would give him a hard time and I miss it. I miss people, but you know what? There's more people coming in because you guys are going to be the shining stars. You're going to be the guiding light. You're going to help other people. And that's how I see it. So to all the leaders, thank you. And to all the women, thank you. To all the people that come to DE, thank you. Because this is not a seminar. This is a movement. And if you want to see Principled Chiropractic to be on the forefront, then we have to be together. And you cannot think twice. It's, again, if you're thinking, oh, I haven't been working, I shouldn't come. Oh, it's summer, I don't want to leave. No, that's when you need to be there. But if you're not there, we still love you. And that's the other thing too. We love you. We love and appreciate you. And I love and appreciate all of you. Again, where would we be without DE? I want to say a thank you to one more person, of course, and that's my father. And he who wanted to be a chiropractor before I was born. And he was so strong, mentally, physically, spiritually. And we have seen so much as in our chiropractic family of what chiropractic can do. See, it's not us that do the healing. It's the life inside of you. It just needs the interference removed, and miracles happen every single day, whether you're there or not. And every single person here needs to thank their father or their spouse or whoever it is and God the Father for every day that you wake up. It's a blessing. I love and appreciate you. See you soon. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Lee. Bye.
Am I in? Oh, I'm on. Sorry, it's getting dark out here. I'm on the rooftop. Paula, love you. Thank you for your years of leadership and an example that you've been for so many, for so long. We appreciate you. And, you know, I've told you many times when you're not up there in that second row, actually, that the talk just isn't quite the same, doesn't feel the same without you being there. So we love you and thank you so much for everything you do. Happy Father's Day to everybody. Next week, again, Dr. Caleb Scroggins from Savannah. June 23rd, 9 p.m. Then we have June 27th. We're doing our DE intensive all day Saturday, 9 a.m. 6:30 p.m. Register at lifede.com. After that, we go to 4th of July, which is Saturday Night Live, and we'll have Dr. Sid in the house, 7 p.m. And then we'll go to the grand finale. Well, not grand finale, but our reunion of sorts, Rising Up, back on August 13th through 16th at the Atlanta Marriott Northwest. Kat and Lee Frazier, thank you so much for all you do, for all our warriors out there, or our people doing great things and lighting us up and keeping Dr. Sid's and Nell's message going. We love you. We appreciate you. We thank you. And we will see you next week. Have a great one, guys.
Bye. Thank you.